Explosive fights, masterful choreography, and non-stop action. Martial arts movies deliver it all. From ancient kung fu legends to modern warriors, these films redefine combat on screen. In this video, we're breaking down some of the greatest martial arts movies ever made. Kung Fu Killer. Released in 2014, Kung Fu Killer, also known as Kung Fu Jungle, is a Hong Kong action thriller film directed by Teddy Chan. Starring Donnie Yen, Wong Baoqiang, Charlie Yeung, and Michelle Bai, the film is set against the gritty backdrop of the Hong Kong underworld. The story follows a skilled martial artist and former police self-defense instructor who is serving a prison sentence for accidentally killing an opponent. When a series of brutal murders targeting martial arts masters shakes the city, the protagonist offers his help to the police in exchange for his release. Joining forces with an inspector, they race to stop the mysterious killer. Praised for its mix of old-school kung fu and modern action, the movie features impressive stunts, weapon fights, and fast-paced combat scenes. La città proibita.
Tua sorella si è appesa al mio pane! È colpa sua!
Starring Yaxi Liu, Enrico Borello, and Sabrina Ferilli, La Città Proibita released in 2025. The film is an Italian-Chinese co-produced martial arts epic directed by Gabriele Minetti. The movie blends European dramatic storytelling with fluid, acrobatic combat with a mixture of classic Chinese martial arts. The movie begins with the scene from 1995 when China has implemented the one-child policy in full force.
Descrivi sta cinese. Una forza incredibile. Senza misericordia.
A family that has just given birth to its second child decides to keep the news a secret. The plot then follows the son of a restaurant owner who joins forces with a foreign girl. While the son looks for his father, the girl's in search of her sister. Against common enemies, the duo fight side by side, facing the most ruthless members of the Roman criminal underworld. Fury. Fury is a 2019 Vietnamese action martial arts film directed by Le Van Ket and starring Veronica Ngo in the lead role. The film was released in Vietnam and later distributed internationally via Netflix, marking a major milestone for Vietnamese cinema. It received strong critical acclaim for its relentless pace, raw emotion, and gripping action sequences. Viewers especially praised Ngo's performance and the film's impressive use of traditional Vietnamese martial arts, along with tightly choreographed, bone-crunching fight scenes that take place in narrow alleys, buses, and warehouses. The plot revolves around Hai Phuong, who is a former gang enforcer who has left behind her life of crime to raise her young daughter. But when her daughter is abducted by a child trafficking ring, Hai Phuong dives back into the criminal underworld she once escaped for the daughter's sake. The film balances emotional depth with unrelenting action, making for a thrilling and heartfelt experience. Man of Tai Chi.
Why'd you win? Because I'm better.
The 2013 Chinese-American martial arts film, Man of Tai Chi, is directed by Keanu Reeves, marking his directorial debut. Filmed in Beijing, Hong Kong, and Macau, the movie stars Reeves himself, along with Tiger Chen, Karen Mok, and Simon Yam. The film premiered at the 2013 Beijing International Film Festival and was noted for its fresh take on martial arts ethics in the modern world. While it received modest box office success, it was well received by fans for its sleek direction and kinetic fight scenes. The film features a variety of fighting styles but emphasizes the spiritual and physical discipline of Tai Chi, blending it with intense underground combat.
Killer. He says it's just underground fighting, but it's something else.
The story follows the character of Tiger Chen, a humble Tai Chi student whose skills attract the attention of Reeves' character, who is a powerful businessman who runs an illegal fighting ring. Initially lured by the promise of money and fame, Chen gradually finds himself being consumed by the violence and moral compromise that the fights demand. Gradually, when his Tai Chi teachings are being pushed to the edge, he begins to realize and fight to reclaim his identity. Through his fight of morality, Man of Tai Chi becomes a worthy addition to modern martial arts cinema. The night comes for us.
Semua berakhir sekarang.
Released on Netflix in 2018, The Night Comes for Us is an Indonesian action thriller that blends traditional Indonesian martial arts with modern action cinematography. Directed by Timo Tjahjanto and starring Joe Taslim, Iko Uwais, Julie Estelle, and Sunny Pung, this film earned a cult following and rave reviews for its unapologetically brutal violence and visceral action sequences. The plot centers on Ito, played by Joe Taslim, who is a former enforcer for a Southeast Asian triad and betrays the organization to save a young girl. His defection triggers a relentless manhunt as fellow assassins come after him. As the streets run red with blood, Ito battles his way through wave after wave of deadly opponents in an attempt to protect the girl and redeem himself. With no room for mercy or escape, The Night Comes for Us delivers some of the most intense and inventive martial arts scenes in recent cinema. Rise of the Legend.
打倒世间恶人。你想站稳，心就要狠。
Rise of the Legend is a 2014 Chinese-Hong Kong martial arts drama that attempts to tell the legendary story of Wang Fei-hung. Directed by Roy Chow and starring Eddie Peng as the legend, the film gained attention for its ambitious attempt to revive the folk hero's story into a new generation. The actions combine traditional kung fu with stylized slow-motion brawls, led by action director Corey Yuen. Set in late Qing Dynasty China, the story of the movie follows a young Wang Fei-hung as he rises from a street-smart orphan to a martial arts hero.
我在此对苍天立誓，团结众人，自强不息。
After infiltrating the ruthless Black Tiger gang that rules the Guangzhou docks, Wang orchestrates a rebellion from within. Using both his fists and wits to dismantle the criminal empire, he battles corrupt warlords. With high production values and stunning period set design, the film is appreciated for balancing character depth with elaborate fight choreography. The Shadow Strays.
Kita datang untuk menetralisir, bukan untuk menolong atau bernegosiasi. Ini Joto 13.
The Shadow Strays is a 2024 Indonesian action crime thriller, written and directed by Timo Tjahjanto, the master behind The Night Comes for Us. The film stars Aurora Ribeiro in the central role, playing the character of Code 13. Keeping Timo's signature, the action here is also brutal, stylized, and relentless. Combining traditional Indonesian martial arts, silat, with gunplay, knife fighting, and bone-crunching hand-to-hand combat, the film is praised for its unapologetically dark tone, morally complex characters, and emotionally charged action sequences.
13.
The Shadow Strays is set in the seedy underbelly of Jakarta and follows the story of Code 13, who entangles against a crime group to avenge a little boy's mother. Uncovering a sinister plot involving government corruption, drug syndicates, and betrayal within their own ranks, Code 13 keeps fighting her battle. As the body count rises, the shadows start hunting for 13. Released both theatrically in Indonesia and globally on Netflix, this movie earned critical acclaim for its gritty atmosphere and kinetic violence. The Raid. The Raid is a 2011 Indonesian martial arts action film that created a whole new standard for martial arts movies. Directed by Gareth Evans, the film is known as The Raid: Redemption in the US. Starring Iko Uwais, Ray Sahitapi, and Yayan Ruhian, the film was shot in Jakarta and premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival. The film exploded onto the global stage with its ferocious energy and groundbreaking silat-based fight choreography. Critics hailed it as a modern action masterpiece, and it became a cult hit that redefined martial arts cinema for a new generation. The plot follows Rama, played by Iko Uwais, a rookie SWAT officer, as his team is sent on a covert mission to storm a high-rise building controlled by a ruthless drug lord. But when their cover is blown, the team is trapped inside and hunted floor by waves of killers. Rama not only fights to survive, but also to uncover a deeper conspiracy that threatens his family. With the fast, brutal, and relentless action featuring hand-to-hand combat, knife fights, and creative use of tight spaces, The Raid is a non-stop adrenaline rush that never lets up. Ninja Assassin. Released in 2009, Ninja Assassin is a Hollywood martial arts action film, directed by James McTague and stars Rain, Naomi Harris, and Sho Kosugi. Though it received mixed reviews from critics, audiences embraced its over-the-top violence and stylized visuals. The story centers on Raizo, played by Rain, who is one of the deadliest assassins trained by the secretive Ozunu clan. After witnessing the brutal murder of his friend by his own clan, Raizo breaks free and vows revenge. Teaming up with an Europol agent after many events, Raizo takes on the clan in a battle that spans rooftops, highways, and ancient temples. As secrets are revealed and betrayals cut deep, he faces his own master who raised him in a final showdown. The film is particularly known for its shadowy ninja battles, throwing stars, chain weapons, and acrobatic swordplay. Ong Bak, the Thai warrior. Ong Bak, The Thai Warrior is a Thai martial arts film starring Tony Jaa in his breakout role. Directed by Prachya Pinkayu, the film was released in 2003. Critics and fans alike were blown away by Tony Jaa's acrobatic stunts, performed without CGI or wires, and the brutal authenticity of Muay Thai action. The story follows Tony Jaa's character, Ting, a young village warrior and Muay Thai expert. He ventures into the criminal underworld of Bangkok to retrieve the stolen head of his village's sacred Buddha statue, Ong Bak. Facing gangsters, underground fight clubs, and brutal brawls, Ting unleashes his mastery of Muay Thai to bring justice and spiritual balance. Wow! With no regard for safety, Tony Jaa's jaw-dropping stunts, from leaping through hoops of barbed wire to performing bone-breaking blows, captivate the audience from start to finish. The film was a massive success both domestically and internationally, putting Thai action cinema on the global map. The first production's success led Tony Jaa to directing and starring in 2 prequels of Ong Bak, titled Ong Bak 2 and Ong Bak 3. Ip Man. Based on the life of Wing Chun Grandmaster Yip Man, the movie Ip Man, released in 2008. This Hong Kong biographical martial arts film attempts to portray the life of Yip Man, who later mentored Bruce Lee. Directed by Wilson Yip and starring Donnie Yen as the titular character, the film is a critical and commercial success all over the world, leading to the making of 3 sequels. Set in Foshan during the 1930s and 1940s, the story portrays Ip Man's peaceful life disrupted by the Japanese invasion of China. Forced into hardship, he initially refrains from using his skills, but as oppression and violence become the new rule, he rises to protect his community. His calm dignity, strategic brilliance, and sense of honor make him a hero both in and out of combat. Ip Man is not just a martial arts film, it's a tribute to humility, resilience, and the cultural heritage of Chinese Kung Fu, known as Wing Chun. The film received widespread acclaim for its elegant fight choreography, emotional storytelling, and Donnie Yen's charismatic performance. The Grandmaster. Directed by Wong Kar-wai and released in 2013, The Grandmaster is a visually stunning martial arts film that offers a poetic take on the life of Ip Man. The film stars Tony Leung as Ip Man, alongside Zhang Ziyi and Chang Chen. The fight scenes, choreographed by Yuan Wuping, merges philosophy with action through styles like Wing Chun, Bagua, and Bajiquan. The story of the film spans several decades, tracing Ip Man's journey from a respected martial artist in Foshan to a refugee in Hong Kong during the Sino-Japanese War. Amidst political upheaval, he encounters a fierce and tragic martial artist whose fate becomes intertwined with his own. Known for its meticulous cinematography and Wong's signature style, the film premiered at the Berlin Film Festival and received critical acclaim worldwide.